Hi there, students. In this video I want to look at the verb to concede and the corresponding noun concession. Okay, to concede is to agree or admit something is true, but you're reluctant to admit that it's true. Maybe at first you denied or resisted it. I concede that is true. So it's to admit grudgingly that the other person is right, at least about one thing. So you're making concessions. A concession, something you give up that you have previously claimed or demanded. He made some concessions in the negotiation. He reduced the price and gave the buyer more time to pay. So these are concessions. Okay, to concede. We can also use this meaning to admit defeat. The player conceded. When you resign at chess, you concede. The candidate conceded that the other candidate was the winner. He gave up. He said, I can't win. He admitted defeat. So, as well, to concede, to give up or to surrender something that was under dispute. The country conceded the area, part of the area of land that was disputed. They gave it over. They presented it. Okay, you could also have a government concession. That is a piece of land given or sold, or a right to that land given for a specific use or to provide a specific service. Okay, so you can use this land, but it has to be for these purposes. You could concede by giving up, by giving somebody a right or a privilege. Okay, to let somebody have something. He conceded the right to make all decisions about this part of the company. Or as well, to concede is to let or to fail to prevent the opposition in a match scoring a goal or a point. After my team had conceded 3 goals, I went home, allowed the opposition to score. And you could also concede an advantage, to give up an advantage that you have. So the runner had an early lead in the race and he never conceded this early lead. Now, we can also use the word concession in business. A concession's a bit like a franchise. It's the privilege to run a subsidiary of a business. And maybe you get preferential prices, preferential terms. For example, a concession, a car dealership could be a concession. Toyota let you buy new cars at a reduced price and you retail the cars. This is a concession. Or the concession can also be the place where the business is done. Notice a concession as well is the right and the place to sell something somewhere. So he had the food concession at the football ground. He had the contract to sell all the food to the supporters. You could have tax concessions. where you allow someone to pay less tax if they comply with certain conditions. Notice as well, this word to concede and concession come from the Latin word concedere, which means to concede, to give over, to yield. To concede as well is a regular verb. He conceded the point. He has conceded that I can use his car once a week. Now, what about formality? Concede, concession. I would say both of these words are slightly formal, maybe 6 out of 10, but I think you could use them in informal conversation, a semi-formal circumstance, and in something very formal as well. So, nice and flexible. So there you go, to concede, to give up something that you demanded, you claimed, to make reductions so that you could reach an agreement, or to admit that something is true even if you're not very happy about it, to admit grudgingly. Or you could concede to admit defeat. You could give something over to somebody who claims it, to concede an object. You could concede a right or a privilege to somebody. You let them do it. Or your team could concede another goal. Oh my God. So, quite a few meanings for concede and concession. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Concede, concession.